My angel, what if I told you that this very moment is the turning point you've been waiting for? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. You weren't born to sit on the sidelines of your own story. No, my love, you were meant to be the star, the director, and the author of every single chapter. Yet for so long you've been pouring your energy into saving everyone else, haven't you? Let's be honest. You've played the hero in stories that weren't even yours to begin with. You've sacrificed your time, your dreams, and your peace to fix situations that were never your responsibility. But today that changes. Today you take back your power. You step fully into your story, your purpose. If you're here right now, it's no accident. The universe brought you this message because it knows you're ready for this shift. And I need you to stay with me until the end, because something in this moment, something in these words, is going to awaken a part of you that's been dormant for far too long. Are you ready to feel it? Let's talk about Chapter 1, the pattern of playing savior. How many times have you swooped in to rescue others, whether it was family, friends, partners, or even strangers? You've been the go-to person, the one everyone calls when their world is falling apart. Not because they don't care about you, but because your light is so warm and nurturing that it makes them feel safe. But let's face it, what has this really cost you? Every time you set yourself aside to prioritize someone else, you chipped away at your own energy. Every time you jumped in to save someone from their own choices or shield them from their consequences, you delayed your own growth. You've been pouring from a cup that was barely full, leaving little for your own dreams, healing, and happiness. Think about it. When you spend all your energy helping a friend who constantly ignores advice, or when you stay late at work to fix someone else's mistakes, what do you gain? You feel drained, frustrated, and disconnected from your own purpose. And while your heart has always been in the right place, because you're deeply compassionate and loving, there's a difference between being kind and being a crutch. For too long, you've allowed yourself to be the latter. But here's the truth, it's not your job to carry the weight of everyone else's world. Doing so has been holding you back from stepping into the fullness of your own power. The universe didn't put you here to be someone else's safety net. It put you here to be a light, an example, a force of nature. Let me give you an example. Imagine a lighthouse. Its purpose isn't to rescue ships, it's to guide them. It stands tall, shines brightly, and shows the way. That's what you're meant to be. A beacon, not a lifeboat. When you rescue others repeatedly, you unintentionally keep them from learning the lessons they need for their own growth. A friend who keeps making poor financial decisions won't grow if you keep bailing them out. A partner who avoids their responsibilities won't mature if you carry their load. True love isn't about saving others, it's about empowering them. And true growth for you begins when you let go of the need to fix and instead focus on shining. Your worth isn't tied to how much you give or how much you sacrifice. It's about how brightly you live your truth. So here's your turning point. Today you stop being the crutch and start being the light. You step into your story fully and unapologetically. And when you do, you'll realize that the universe has been waiting for you to claim this power all along. Are you ready to rewrite your story? Because I promise you, the next chapter will be the most extraordinary one yet.
Chosen one. Let's talk about something transformative: boundaries.
You've always struggled with them, haven't you? Not because you don't know their importance, but because of the sheer size of your heart. You've wanted to help, to give, to show up for everyone in every way possible. But here's the honest truth, where has that left you? Drained, unfulfilled, wondering why the energy you've poured into others is rarely reciprocated. This isn't about blame. Your kindness is a gift, but without boundaries, that gift becomes a sacrifice. Every time you say yes to someone else at the expense of your own needs, you're saying no to yourself. You're delaying your own growth, silencing your dreams and sending a quiet message to the universe that you value pleasing others more than honoring yourself. But boundaries, they're your sacred shield. They're not cold, distant walls meant to keep people out. No, my love, boundaries are bridges. They lead to freedom, to joy, to the truest version of yourself, the one you've been suppressing for far too long. Let's flip the script on what boundaries really mean. They're not selfish. They're essential. When you set boundaries, you're declaring to the world, I know my worth, and I refuse to compromise it. You're protecting the sacredness of your energy, your time, your peace. And yes, this might ruffle a few feathers. Some people may call you selfish, ungrateful, or even accuse you of changing. But here's the hard truth: their reaction isn't your burden to carry. Their discomfort reflects their inability to respect what you need, not a reflection of your worthiness. And those who truly love you, they'll honor your boundaries, they'll adjust, grow with you, and respect the lines you've drawn because they understand something vital. You setting limits doesn't mean you love them less, it means you're finally loving yourself enough. Now, let's take this deeper. Why do we struggle so much with boundaries? It's because we're afraid. Afraid of being judged, of losing people, of being seen as less loving. But here's the paradox: when you live without boundaries, you lose something even greater: you lose yourself. Imagine this: a gardener who waters everyone else's garden but neglects their own. What happens? The flowers they've been entrusted to nurture wither away. That's you, my angel, when you give endlessly without reserving anything for yourself. Let's break this pattern. Boundaries are the ultimate form of self-love. They're not barriers, they're invitations for healthier connections. When you set boundaries, you're saying, this is how I want to be loved. This is how I deserve to be respected. This is how I need to be valued.
And yes, some people won't like it. Some may walk away. But let me tell you something: letting go of people who can't honor your boundaries isn't a loss, it's a liberation. It's clearing space for those who truly care about your well-being, for the relationships that will nurture and uplift you, not drain you.
Here's the beauty of boundaries: they give you space to thrive. They allow you to focus on the things that matter most: your dreams, your purpose, your joy. They're not about shutting people out, they're about protecting the sacredness of who you are and what you're here to do. So, chosen one, let this be your moment of awakening. Recognize that boundaries aren't just about saying no to others, they're about saying yes to yourself. They're about choosing a life that aligns with your worth, your purpose, your happiness. And when you do this, you'll not only shine brighter, you'll inspire others to do the same. Those who truly love you don't need you to save them. They need you to stand tall in your light, to lead by example, to show them that they too can rise. Remember, breaking this pattern isn't easy. It requires courage, self-awareness, and trust in the process. But trust me, my angel, the life waiting for you on the other side of those boundaries. It's more fulfilling, more authentic, and more you than you've ever imagined. This is your liberation. Are you ready to embrace it? Chapter 2: Boundaries, Your Sacred Shield. Chosen one, it's time to embrace the power of boundaries, the sacred shield that protects your peace, purpose, and power. These lines you draw aren't walls to push others away, they are bridges leading you to a more authentic and fulfilling life. Every boundary you set is a declaration to the universe that you value yourself enough to prioritize your well-being. For so long, you've given pieces of yourself away, often to those who didn't fully appreciate the energy, love, and effort you poured into them. But with each boundary you create, you reclaim those lost pieces of yourself. You begin to feel your energy returning, flowing back into the spaces where it always belonged. This isn't about shutting people out or denying the connections that matter. Boundaries are about saying yes to your dreams, yes to your peace, yes to the vibrant, fulfilling life that has been waiting for you on the other side of hesitation and overgiving. Think about it: every time you overextended yourself for someone else, every time you ignored your own needs to meet theirs, You told the universe intentionally or not that your desires were secondary. But my love, they are not. Boundaries remind you in the world that you are deserving of joy, rest, and fulfillment. Yes, setting boundaries might be uncomfortable at first. Some people won't like it, they might accuse you of being selfish or ungrateful. But understand this, their discomfort is not yours to bear. Those who genuinely care about your well-being and align with the energy you're stepping into will respect your boundaries. And those who don't, let them go. Releasing these people isn't a loss, it's liberation. It's creating space for relationships that uplift you, for connections that nurture and respect the beautiful energy you bring into the world. The stronger your boundaries, the lighter and freer you will feel, aligning you with the person you were always meant to be. This isn't just about saying no to others, it's about saying yes to yourself unapologetically. Yes to your dreams, yes to your peace, yes to the divine purpose that's been whispering to your soul, waiting for you to listen. Chapter 3: Shifting from Sacrifice to Self-Fulfillment. For years, perhaps even decades, you've carried the weight of an outdated belief that your worth is tied to how much you can give, how much you can endure, and how much you can endure, and how much of yourself you can sacrifice for others. Society, family, and even your own inner voice have reinforced the idea that selflessness equals virtue, that to put yourself last is noble. But let me share a profound truth: the age of sacrifice is over. You are stepping into a season where self-fulfillment isn't just a choice, it's your divine calling. Sacrifice, while often glorified, is a slow and relentless drain. It dims your light, saps your energy, and leaves you depleted, with little left to give to yourself or anyone else. Think about it. How many times have you said yes when your heart was crying out for rest? How many dreams have you postponed, passions you've ignored, or joys you've denied yourself because you felt obligated to prioritize others? Sacrifice, when it comes at the expense of your soul, isn't noble, it's a trap. Self-fulfillment, on the other hand, is a fire. It's a vibrant, unstoppable force that not only nourishes you but lights the way for everyone around you. When you pour into yourself first, you aren't being selfish, you're creating a ripple effect of inspiration. Imagine the impact of living in alignment with your highest self. When you choose joy, honor your needs, and pursue your passions, you radiate a magnetic energy. You shift the dynamic of every room you enter. People see the possibilities for their own lives reflected in your confidence, your peace, and your purpose. But here's the truth: you cannot inspire others unless you first break free from the chains of constant sacrifice. Shifting from sacrifice to self-fulfillment takes courage. It requires undoing years of conditioning that told you your value lies in how much you can give. It demands that you face the guilt and fear of putting yourself first and decide to prioritize your own happiness anyway. Let's be clear, this shift isn't about abandoning those you love. It's about showing them a better way. When you honor yourself, you lead by example. You teach others the importance of self-care, self-respect, and self-love. Instead of being their crutch, you become their inspiration. Let me share a truth that changed my life: the people who genuinely love you don't need you to sacrifice yourself for them. They need you to shine. When you embrace self-fulfillment, you're not just choosing yourself, you're creating a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. You're showing them that it's possible to live fully, to honor their own dreams, and to step into their power. So, my angel, let this be the moment you decide to break free. Break free from the weight of overgiving. Break free from the belief that your worth is tied to sacrifice. And step boldly into the life that's been waiting for you, a life of fulfillment, alignment, and boundless joy. Because the truth is, you can only give your best to the world when you're thriving. And you, my love, were born to thrive. Are you ready to claim it? If you've spent years, maybe even decades, putting others first, stepping into a new way of living can feel uncomfortable, almost like you're betraying the very people you care about most. But let me gently remind you of an undeniable truth: you cannot pour from an empty cup. Prioritizing your well-being doesn't diminish your love for others. Instead, it acknowledges a sacred truth: you are just as deserving of love, care, and joy as anyone else in your life. Take a moment and reflect. Ask yourself what truly lights you up. What makes your soul come alive? What dreams have you placed on hold because you've been too busy carrying the weight of everyone else's expectations? Close your eyes and picture the life you've always longed for, not the life shaped by obligations, guilt, or the vision others have imposed on you, but the life that feels like freedom, passion, and unfiltered joy. That vision isn't just a fantasy. It's your soul calling you home to yourself, whispering that it's time to reclaim your dreams, prioritize your own needs, and boldly step into the life you were always meant to live. Here's the truth: this isn't selfish, it's necessary. When you operate from a place of self-fulfillment, you expand your ability to love, to give, and to support others in ways that feel natural and joyful, not heavy and obligatory. By shifting from sacrifice to self-fulfillment, you transform not only your own life but the lives of everyone around you. Think for a moment about those who look up to you: your family, your friends, even strangers who admire you from afar. What kind of example do you want to set for them? Do you want them to see a life defined by exhaustion, compromise, and self-neglect? Or would you rather show them what it looks like to truly thrive, to live with passion, purpose, and joy? When you prioritize your own fulfillment, you give others permission to do the same. Your life becomes a beacon, a living example of what's possible when you choose yourself unapologetically. And that gift, the courage to show others how to live authentically, is far more impactful than any act of self-sacrifice ever could be. As you embrace this shift, expect incredible changes to unfold. The relationships in your life will evolve in ways you never imagined. The people who genuinely value you will rise to meet your new energy, respecting your boundaries and celebrating your growth. Those who can't align with this version of you may fade away, but that's okay. You're making room for connections that truly honor your worth. Here's my advice: start small but stay consistent. Each day, ask yourself, what can I do today to honor my own needs? Say no when you need to, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Celebrate every step you take toward living the life you deserve. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. And most importantly, give yourself grace. Breaking free from old patterns isn't easy, but every effort you make is a testament to your courage and your commitment to living a life that feels true to you. You were not put on this earth to simply survive, to dim your light for the sake of others. You were made to thrive, to shine, to live with a fire in your soul that ignites everything and everyone around you.
This is your moment. Embrace it fully. The life you've been dreaming of is waiting, and I promise it's worth every step.
As you grow into this new chapter of self-fulfillment, you may notice a profound shift in your relationships and experiences. Those who once took advantage of your giving nature may fade away. While their departure might sting at first, it's also a profound act of liberation. You are clearing space for connections built on mutual respect, shared joy, and authentic love relationships that uplift rather than deplete you. The beauty of aligning with your true self is how effortlessly opportunities begin to flow into your life. The universe responds to this alignment with synchronicity and grace. Doors that once seemed locked will swing open, paths you couldn't have imagined will reveal themselves, as if the cosmos itself is conspiring in your favor. Your energy will soar, your confidence will expand, and suddenly you'll find yourself saying yes to experiences that light up your soul in ways you never thought possible. Let me emphasize, this self-fulfillment is not about abandoning your responsibilities or neglecting the people you love. Instead, it's about achieving a balance that honors your needs alongside your commitments. When you're fulfilled, your capacity to love and support others doesn't diminish, it deepens. You'll find that you're more patient, more present, and infinitely more giving because you're no longer running on empty. However, let's not pretend this journey is without challenges. Some people in your life may struggle to accept this new version of you, the version that says no when necessary, that prioritizes self-care, that doesn't automatically sacrifice for others. Their discomfort isn't your burden to bear. Change is unsettling, not just for you, but for those who've grown accustomed to the old patterns. It's important to remember this: their resistance is not a reflection of your worth or your choices. It's a reflection of their own adjustment process. Your responsibility isn't to soothe their discomfort, it's to honor your growth. Those who truly care for you will come to understand that your transformation isn't a rejection of them, but an affirmation of your own value.
You are not here to be a martyr, burning yourself out for the sake of others. You are here to be a masterpiece, a radiant example of what it means to live fully, authentically, and joyfully. When you step into your light, you don't just shine for yourself, you illuminate the path for those around you.
This transformation into self-fulfillment doesn't just bring joy, it aligns your entire life. The right people, opportunities, and experiences will flow into your world with ease and grace. This is the power of living in alignment with your true self. So take a deep breath and release any lingering guilt or doubt. You are worthy of joy, abundance, and a life that feels as vibrant as it looks. The universe is eager to support you, but it requires you to take the first step. Start small, say no to one thing that no longer serves you, carve out time for a passion you've neglected, or simply treat yourself with the same kindness you so freely offer to others. Remember, every act of self-fulfillment is not just a gift to yourself, it's a ripple of love that extends to everyone in your life. By choosing yourself, you are giving others permission to do the same. And that is perhaps the most beautiful, transformative gift of all. This is your moment, chosen one. Step boldly into it. You've earned it. Chapter 4: Reclaiming Your Power. For far too long, you've allowed the world around you to dictate the rhythm of your life. Slowly and almost imperceptibly, you've compromised your dreams, silenced your voice, and shaped your desires to fit the expectations of others. It wasn't one big event that led to this, it was a series of small moments. The times you said yes when you meant no. The times you dimmed your light so others could shine. The dreams you set aside because they felt inconvenient to someone else's plans. But no more. This is your moment, your sacred invitation to reclaim what has always been yours, the steering wheel to your own life. Reclaiming your power isn't about building unbreakable walls or turning into a fortress of isolation. It's about stepping onto the stage of your truth with grace, vulnerability, and courage. It's declaring, "Here I am, unapologetically, and I matter." It's giving yourself permission to set boundaries, to honor your needs, and to say yes to the things that ignite your soul without guilt or hesitation. Power reclaimed is not loud or domineering. It's steady, calm, and unshakable. It's a quiet confidence that radiates from within, a confidence that can coexist with love, compassion, and empathy. It's the kind of power that allows you to be fully present, fully authentic, and fully alive. Breaking free from old patterns. Reclaiming your power requires unlearning the patterns that have kept you small. It's letting go of the belief that saying yes to everyone else's needs is virtuous. It's stepping away from the idea that keeping the peace is worth silencing your soul. True peace can only exist where your essence is honored, and true harmony flourishes only when you are unapologetically yourself. This process isn't easy. It might mean confronting uncomfortable truths, recognizing where you've sacrificed too much, and acknowledging the relationships, habits, or environments that no longer serve you. But it's in this discomfort that transformation is born. As you step into your power, the energy in your life will shift. Relationships that once drained you will either evolve into more balanced, respectful connections or fade away. Some people may not welcome your growth. Those who benefited from your over-giving nature may resist your boundaries, revealing their true intentions. This might hurt. It's never easy to let go of people you've cared about. But remember, their departure isn't a loss, it's liberation. It's making space for relationships that uplift, nourish, and respect you. The people who truly value you will celebrate your boundaries and honor the new energy you're stepping into. Practical steps to reclaim your power. Set boundaries without guilt. Start small. Say no to something that doesn't align with your energy. Practice saying no kindly but firmly. Honor your dreams. Revisit a passion or dream you've put on hold. Commit to giving it time and attention, even if only in small, consistent ways. Prioritize self-respect. Treat yourself with the kindness, patience, and love you give so freely to others. You deserve the same care. Release the guilt. Recognize that prioritizing your needs doesn't mean abandoning others. It means you're creating a stronger, more aligned version of yourself, one that can love and support others authentically. Embrace discomfort. Growth can feel unsettling, especially when it disrupts familiar patterns. Trust that this discomfort is temporary and leads to profound transformation. A new chapter awaits. As you reclaim your power, you'll find that your energy shifts in profound ways. Opportunities that once felt out of reach will begin to align with ease. Your confidence will grow, and you'll feel more at peace with yourself and your decisions. The relationships that remain in your life will feel lighter, more balanced, and filled with mutual respect and joy. This journey isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to the essence of who you've always been. By reclaiming your power, you're giving the world the greatest gift, the fullest, brightest version of yourself. Remember, chosen one, you are not here to be a martyr, sacrificing your happiness for others. You are here to be a masterpiece, a radiant, unapologetic example of what it means to live authentically, joyfully, and powerfully. Step boldly into this new chapter, knowing that the best is yet to come. The universe is waiting for you to rise. Reclaiming power, a sacred reordering. Reclaiming your power isn't about punishment, revenge, or proving a point to anyone. It's about stepping into a natural reordering of your universe, a realignment with your truth and purpose. As you stand firmly in who you are, the world around you begins to shift. People, situations, and dynamics that no longer align with your energy naturally fade away, creating space for new opportunities, relationships, and experiences that resonate with the empowered version of you. But let's be clear, reclaiming your power also means taking responsibility not for others, but for the reality you're creating. No longer can you play the role of a passive observer, waiting for life to happen to you. Now, you become the architect of your destiny, the master craftsman of your story. This isn't just about saying you're in control, it's about embodying it. It's acknowledging that your choices carry weight, that your mindset shapes your reality, and that your energy, your thoughts, beliefs, and actions act as a powerful magnet, attracting the circumstances that fill your life. Recognizing your role as creator. If you've ever felt powerless, as if external events were pulling the strings and you were just along for the ride, it's time to rewrite that narrative. You've never been powerless, chosen one. The truth is, your life has never been a random series of events. It's a carefully woven tapestry, reflecting your inner state. When you declare, "I am worthy, I am capable, I deserve to be seen, heard, and valued," something extraordinary begins to unfold. Your energy shifts, your frequency rises. Imagine it, your posture straightens, your voice steadies, and your gaze becomes clear and focused. When you enter a room, people feel your presence not because you're demanding attention, but because you've learned to simply exist as your authentic self, unapologetically. This is the essence of true power, quiet, steady, and unshakable. It's not about dominating others or being the loudest in the room. It's about being undeniably, authentically you. The unstoppable strength of authenticity. Authenticity is a force that cannot be fabricated, nor can it be taken from you. It is your greatest strength. But let's be real, there will be moments when old insecurities whisper doubts into your ear. You may wonder if it's okay to set firm boundaries with people you've known your whole life. You might worry that others will see your growth as selfishness. In these moments of doubt, Remember, this reclaiming your power is not an act of selfishness, it's an act of self-love and self-preservation. A tree does not apologize for sending its roots deep into the earth to find water. It does not feel guilty for reaching toward the sun to nourish itself. You are no different. Your growth, your healing, and your fulfillment are not just acceptable, they are necessary. When you honor yourself, you become a living example of what is possible. Your transformation inspires others to honor their own truth. Practical steps to reclaim your power. Take ownership of your energy, be mindful of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. They are the seeds of your reality. Choose to cultivate positivity, strength, and self-worth. Set boundaries with grace. Boundaries are not walls, they are guidelines for how you wish to be treated. Communicate them clearly and kindly, without fear of others' reactions. Affirm your worth. Create daily affirmations that reinforce your value. Speak them aloud and let them sink into your soul. You are deserving of all that you dream of. To release the fear of judgment, understand that some people may not understand your transformation, and that's okay. Your growth is not about pleasing others, it's about aligning with your truth. Celebrate your wins. Each small act of reclaiming your power is a victory. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how incremental it may seem. Embracing the beauty of empowerment. Reclaiming your power is not about separation or isolation. It's about integration, becoming whole within yourself so that you can show up fully and authentically in every area of your life. As you grow, you may lose certain relationships or dynamics, but these losses are not failures, they are clearings, making space for what truly belongs in your life. You will begin to attract relationships that are reciprocal, opportunities that align with your purpose, and experiences that light up your soul. This isn't magic, it's alignment. It's the universe responding to the energy you radiate when you step into your truth. So stand tall, chosen one. Ground yourself in the soil of your worth and reach for the sky of your dreams. There is no need for apology or hesitation. You were born to shine brightly, to grow unapologetically, and to live fully. This is not just about you. When you claim your power, you light the way for others to do the same. Your transformation becomes a beacon of hope and possibility. The world doesn't just need you to survive, it needs you to thrive. You are worthy. You are powerful. You are ready. Now, go and create the masterpiece that is your life. Reclaiming your power is not just a personal transformation, it's an act of offering your best gifts to the world. When you step into your true strength, you become a living example for others, inspiring them to embrace their authenticity and to do the same. The fears and doubts that once held you back, over time they begin to lose their grip. What once felt impossible or intimidating will soon flow naturally from within you, as if it was always meant to be part of your path.